Many of you work with a calendar in Microsoft Outlook, and many people in Outlook use categories to show different colors for different events on a calendar so you can distinguish between, say, a meeting or vacation or a deadline. Many people are migrating then into SharePoint, and the calendars operate for the most part the same way, but there is one difference. And that difference is that you can't allow colors to happen in a calendar in Microsoft SharePoint. So in order to do that, you can create something called an overlay calendar. So you'll notice here I've created a calendar called overlay. And what I want to do is I want to add in the deadlines, the vacation, and the meetings so that they'll all show up on this calendar. So you'll notice here I've got the calendar, I've got it, it's called overlay. So what I want to do is make it so that I can see all of those different appointments on the calendar here. So I've already done this. This is what our end product is going to look like. Now before I start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my main page and I'm going to create a calendar for overlay. So I'm going to go into site contents, I'm going to create an app, and I'm going to look for a calendar app. And I'm going to create just a calendar, and I'm going to say combine. So I'm going to call this my combine calendar. I'm going to hit create, and I'm going to go into my combine calendar. Now I've got my combined calendar. What I want to be able to do is to show the deadlines, vacations, and meetings on my combined calendar. In order to do that, I need to be in the calendar page, which I am. You'll notice it says combine up here at the top, and then go to the tab that says calendar, and from here I'm going to go into calendar overlay. Click on this button, and I'm going to add a new calendar to this calendar overlay. So I'm just going to click on the new button, and I'm going to name this one deadlines. Now the most important part, I think, here is picking the color. So this is a SharePoint calendar I've already created. I already have a deadlines calendar. I want to make sure that I pick a color. I'm going to pick red because I want it to show up on my combination calendar in red. And then the trick to making all of this work is to come over here and push the resolve button. That then gives me a list of calendars that are available on my SharePoint site. I'm going to click here and I'm going to go into the deadlines. So I want the deadlines calendar to show up in red on my calendar, my overlay calendar. I'm going to make sure I always show that, clicking always show, and I click OK. So now in my calendar overlay, I've got one calendar, deadlines. I'm going to add another new calendar. This time I'm going to add vacations. Again, it's a SharePoint calendar. I'm going to make those be in blue. Again, I'm going to hit resolve. I'm going to get my list here. I'm going to pull in the vacation calendar. I always want to show that. I'm going to click OK. And just in case you didn't get it, we're going to do it one more time. I'm going to add a new calendar. This one is going to be the meetings. Again, it's SharePoint. Meetings, we are going to make them be dark green. I'm going to hit resolve. I'm going to pick the meetings calendar to show in my overlay calendar. I'm going to click always show, click OK. And you can see now in my settings for my calendar, I'm going to show all three of these. I am going to click OK. And now you'll notice my combined calendar is showing the appointments that I have separately on each one of these calendars. So you'll notice it's showing my deadlines in red, it's showing my holidays in blue, or my vacation days, and it's also showing any meetings that I have in green. Also over on the left, you'll notice I have a listing of these calendars separately. So if I wanted to just see the deadlines, I could click on the deadlines calendar and it would show me that I just have the one appointment there. I'm going to go back to my combined calendar, but you can see that it gives me a nice overlaid view of all of the calendars that I've chosen to join together in this view, in this combined view.